Yo, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99. How you doing? How you doing? Let us know what you want to hear at 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. And as usual, got my man D Hicks, CEO of Urban Revolution Management in the building. What's good, D?
Hey, boss, what's happening?
Chilling, man, chilling, man. We are the home of the independent artist and entrepreneur. Our independent artist of the week this week is DaBaby. Our last entrepreneur of the week was Eddie Hickerson of Hickerson Veggies. And if you would like to have your business or music promoted here on Live 99 and become our next independent artist or entrepreneur of the week, all you have to do is drop your music in a clean MP3 format or a brief description of your business to our email at ninoincognito@gmail.com. We'll give it a listen, and if it's on point, we'll show it as much love as possible, and you could be our next independent artist or entrepreneur of the week, just like DaBaby out of North Carolina and Eddie Hickerson of Hickerson Veggies out of Henderson, Kentucky. Got a great show lined up for you, broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios. Spuds and Stuff located on the corner of Washington and Bakey Roads here on Evansville Southeast Side. Give them a call at 812-402-7783 or order ahead online at spudsandstuff.com. That's Spuds with the Z, spudsandstuff.com. Got a great show lined up for you today. DaBaby has been dropped from 3 more
like I said,
music festivals.
Show,
man,
it don't matter whatever he did.
When it rains,
he's still gonna get the backlash. So he should stay 10 toes down, my man.
Man, when it rains, it pours. Right. Plus, Kanye West has been offered free adult entertainment while he's been staying
2 weeks.
While he's been staying at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. We'll tell you how that's gonna work out. Plus, his former, I think actually divorced it. I think they just filed, but I don't think it's really finalized yet. They not. Mm-hmm. Kim and Kanye,
I think they're separated, but I don't think they're divorced.
Yeah, I think it's been filed. I don't know if it's been finalized yet or anything like that. But Kim has been slammed with a cease and desist letter by a black skincare company for a trademark violation. We'll tell you more about that in a little bit. Plus, with the Delta variant, is it safe to even be going out to these music festivals and outdoor concerts like the Lollapalooza and all the stuff that's going on out there? You know what I mean? We might be getting shut down again in a little bit. So DaBaby might not be missing out on too much. But we'll see what the experts have to say. And plus, the 19 more catalytic converters have been stolen from local nonprofits. Oh, they hitting everybody now in the past 2 months. I'm telling you. And Indiana has reported 51 new COVID-19 cases here in Vanderburgh County alone. Is on the rise again. People are going out. We'll talk about that. Plus, Evansville renters are facing the eviction as the federal moratorium ends. I don't know if they're going to be able to revive that or revisit that or renew that in any kind of way, you know what I mean? But
I pass down to the states now.
We'll see. Got a great show lined up for you. It's Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks on Live 99. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99, broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios here on the southeast side of Evansville. You can give them a call and order ahead online. It's 812-402-7783 or spudsandstuff.com. That's Spuds with a Z, spudsandstuff.com. Tell them Nino sent you. They're also hiring for delivery drivers. You get daily tips, weekly pay, in-store help. Also, if you want to cook in the kitchen, all kind of help, all kind of money being offered over there at Spud and Stuff. Go ahead and get you some. And a great job, daily pay, and some good money. Plus, got a great show lined up for you. You know what I mean? If it's something else you want to hear, 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Got my man D Hicks on the right-hand side. What's good, D?
What's happening,
man? Chilling, man. DaBaby under fire again. I'm telling you, when it rains,
it pours.
I'm telling you, they just dropping them like hot potatoes.
Stuck to his guns, man.
From all of these music festivals. He's no longer going to be performing now at the Austin City Limits, at the iHeart Radio Festival, or at the Midtown Music Festival after those
after those remarks and
that
then
he
after he
made at
apologized.
the other, even after apologize, this was already said once he said it the one time and then Lollapalooza canceled him. That's just
Right, the
the
domino
domino
effect.
effect. You know what I mean? It
Right.
says the rapper was previously dropped from Lollapalooza, the Governor's Ball, and Day in Vegas after the controversial comments at the Rolling Loud Miami Festival. Said he will. They said the Charlotte rapper was removed from the bills of Lollapalooza. Said Pitchfork reached out to the Baby's representative for comments and further information, but he's faced some considerable backlash according to Pitchfork magazine, for those homophobic remarks. You know what I mean? And I said, I think we're really when you're saying homophobic, that phobic means fear.
Fear.
You know what I
And
mean?
he didn't strike any fear in those people.
You know,
He was just saying, if you out there doing this and
if you're not out there doing that, put your lighters up.
Put your lighters
But
up.
I heard that, it's a fun, like I said, it was a funny thing they put on Facebook. It's always the meme going around. They was talking
Right.
if he just said, just throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care.
Right.
Would none of this stuff be happening. But when you start throwing all that extra salt, pepper, and garlic and all that extra little stuff, trying to be titillating and all that stuff, sometimes you gonna get that backlash. He did that just for the shock effect. He said all of that stuff just for the shock effect, and now the shock is getting
backfired.
Bang, bang, bang. So it said he at the end of the video, they give him what it's supposed to give. He ended with the visuals of "Don't fight hate with hate."
Right.
You know what I mean?
And now,
as he has two guns pointing
at two people. Right.
Plus the PR written apology that he gave out the other day. You could tell that wasn't written by his own hand. I don't believe it wasn't written by his own hand. That wasn't his thoughts. Okay. That came straight off the desk of somebody, trying to make it sound real good and real, PC and all of that good stuff. They say he released that statement saying, "I want to apologize to the LGBT community for the hurtful and triggering comments that I made. Again, I apologize for my misinformed comments about HIV/AIDS, and I know education on this is important." You know what I mean? But like I said, once you the apology,
right?
It's unnecessary and it's too late. You know what I mean? I don't even.
It was irrelevant. That's the point I was trying to make yesterday.
I really think they're taking it, out of context. You know what I mean? They really stretching what he said out of context. He's that word. Like I say, phobia means fear. You scared. And wasn't nothing he was saying that was scared of gay people or none of that stuff. He just said, if you a straight woman, if you're not a gay man, if you know that man, put your cigarette lighter. Because they was talking about freaky kind of stuff, freaky music, heterosexual, straight sex kind of music and all that kind of stuff. So it was just going with the theme. It was nothing about, slam, go beat up a gay person or I don't like lesbian or anything like that.
It's like they're trying to censor people whenever they decide they want to censor.
Right, and then talking about when he said the 2 weeks, the stuff that'll kill you in two weeks and all that kind of stuff. Everybody know that's
everything 2 weeks now.
Everybody know that's an exaggeration. He was just, being, playing, but when people like Madonna and then Questlove and Questlove, they want to get out and get the little buzz on real quick. They don't really care about what DaBaby's talking. So they took advantage of the situation. I know now he's been removed from all of these music festivals that's been going on. And
the video wasn't that bad.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't nothing that was even out of the ordinary for DaBaby by any means. You know what I mean? If you know anything about him, just the same way it was with Eminem. Eminem never apologized for any of that stuff.
He did. He stand.
You know what I mean? Stood by it. He called. He even made songs about a couple of them. Doubled down on them and everything. Dared you to say something negative about it. You know what I mean? Because
come back at you.
You know what I mean? Because you're not my crowd anyway. I'm not rapping for you. You know what I mean? And that's what I think Baby should have stuck to his gun. If that's what you own, that's what you own. You know what I mean? If that's your opinion, then you are totally entitled to your opinion. You know what I mean? If you really feel that way.
Now it's like they feel they can censor you in any way, shape, or
you know what I mean? They're gonna shut you down. But when you do what you do, just the same way, like I say, it's a saying in the stock market. You gotta have conviction in the stock before you get in it. If you're gonna make these statements, you're gonna make these albums, you're gonna make this kind of music, you gotta have that conviction and know there's gonna be people that's gonna come against you. You know what I mean? That's gonna try to say, "Oh, you shouldn't say that, you shouldn't do that, you're being insensitive to these people, you're being insensitive to that people." Everything you say or do is gonna be insensitive to somebody. You know what I mean? I'm not condoning going out there being a straight, a-hole, being a jerk like that after
Right.
people. I'm not, calling out for anybody to get hurt or anything like that. But everybody's entitled to their own opinion. And
Right,
once you
bro.
start apologizing for having an opinion, you know what I mean? Especially when it's an opinion that's taken way out of context,
Right.
and trying to make a joke out of something real serious, something hyperbolic, something that was just meant to be, nobody's dying from 2 weeks of anything right now. You know what I mean? Really, COVID's killing people from 2 weeks.
COVID's killing
You know what I mean? So, could have been talking about this new Delta variant if you really want to think about it, but he made his statement, and then tried to backtrack it and had somebody else write a statement. Could tell that's corporate, so it's really not being taken as a legitimate apology in the first place. So I just think he really should just leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
All of this trying to, appease everybody. The moment you try to start pleasing everybody, you ain't gonna please nobody.
Nobody at all.
And all you're gonna do is make yourself mad. So we'll see what else happens with DaBaby, how many other music festivals he's gonna get dropped from. Maybe he should just stick to just doing DaBaby concerts. You know what I mean? Instead of just, going out and doing the festivals and all the free love and all that kind of stuff. Just go do a show, rent the venue out yourself, and just see how many of your fans show up and do it that way. Because he's getting plenty of views on YouTube. He's getting plenty of sales and all that good stuff. And these concerts like that, these festivals, they're not really paying all that much.
They're not paying that much at all. Bro.
So he can. There is an opportunity for him to turn this into a better publicity for him to boost his next album, whatever he got coming out. But as long as he keeps trying to backtrack and issue apologies and trying to. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. So what do you think? Should DaBaby keep apologizing, or should he just keep moving forward and double, triple down and just get back to business as usual? Let us know 812-303-5018 or in our comment section on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999 WJCB. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks on Live 99. Let us know what you want to hear. 812-303-5018 on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999 WJCB, broadcasted live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios. Hit them up, order ahead for in-store delivery or catering at 812-402-7783 or online at www.spudsinstuff.com. That's Spuds with a Z, spudsinstuff.com. And if you are an independent artist or entrepreneur and want to get your music and your voice or your business some exposure, all you have to do is drop an email to ninoincognito@gmail.com with a brief description of your business and a clean MP3 version of your music. And if it's on point, we'll show it as much love as humanly possible, like our independent artist of this week, DaBaby, out of North Carolina, and Eddie Hickerson from Hickerson Veggies out of Henderson, Kentucky. Got a great show lined up for you today. Kanye West has been offered adult entertainment, free adult entertainment. Dude, free.
He's going for it, Jack.
Free adult entertainment while staying at the Mercedes-Benz. Everybody and their mama trying to capitalize off this right now. One thing I know that I can say about Kanye is he is a marketing whiz right now. He's a marketing genius, boy. Right. He's selling everything right now. So, and everybody wants to sell their stuff. Just like the Mercedes-Benz, they changed their name on the Twitter right? to the Donda Studio at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium or something crazy like that. So now, adult XXX company Cam Soda is offering Kanye a chance to make his cinder block room just a bit more comfy, according to Complex Magazine, with an elite VIP Cam Soda account, which features a dedicated host like a 24/7 concierge. And in a letter they wrote from the company vice president, Darren Parker, he has offered the rapper a complimentary service for his minimalist dorm room. It said, I'd like to set you up with an elite VIP Cam Soda account to help you find muses. Yeah, man. That won't be gold diggers, but will help you find harder, better, faster, and strong. Make you feel harder, better, faster, and stronger. Through his leg, they've stroked his ego. Oh my God. They good with it. They good with it.
2 weeks.
He said, they told us, he said, let's channel that sexual energy and give the world the album that they've been anxiously waiting for. So we don't
Keep
know
going
just.
for it, Jack.
You
Keep going
say,
for it.
I can see him doing it because now him and Kim then broke up. Him
Right.
and that supermodel ain't on point no more that they
Exactly. So,
was.
bro, he's
And now
going
you
for
finna
it.
throw me some
So
free.
what backlash you gonna take? Go for it. You feel me? So you know,
But I mean, I can't. What backlash could it be? You know what I mean? He's not disparaging nothing. They offered him free video
exactly.
footage, free cameras set up. I mean, see,
Right.
I'm trying to figure out, are they gonna have him? Are they gonna have the girls broadcasting from
Probably,
his thing
probably.
and then have a camera set
Have
up in the
private cameras
room?
set up in the room.
Woo, man! Oh man, he ain't gonna get nothing done. Say this, and the album is set to arrive 3 weeks after the initial, since postponed release date. Say the first listening event at the Ben Stadium gave fans a taste of verses from Jay-Z, Travis Scott, Pusha T, and more. With Jay-Z just walking around in the red get up and bobbing his head, you know what I mean, to his own music. Like, yeah, listen to this. Check this out.
Yeah, check this out. Rewind this. Right, I feel
That's
you, Jack.
crazy. So time will tell how much of the material will stick, according to Complex, as he and Mike Dean continue to chop things up for the next proposed date. Oh my God! But they tell me they're gonna put free, I guess, dance. Free. What do they call it? Pay-per-view girls.
Okay.
Is that one of the Cam Soda? Listen, I've never seen Cam, so I don't even know what that is. Cause I don't do that live chat. Cam Soda. I bet you they think it's going through the roof. People searching and Googling Cam Soda chat. So, okay, free live sex cams, adult webcams, and live port chat. It says a totally new type of adult webcam site where you can browse through hundreds of camera girls and watch live sexual interactions. Okay, it's basically one of them same camera things. So, as I said, they didn't say whether or not they were going to set up a camera in there with the women in there, or if they were going to set him up for a camera to watch him that was going to be broadcasting live on their channel, and he could see other girls free of charge. Because see what it is, you got to, according to the thing, you got to log onto the site and then pay for the girl for, I guess, to watch her do a thing, and you can type stuff in and tell her do this, tell her do that, blah 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 blah. So I guess, but you got to pay for that, you know what I mean? So I guess they said we'll give you a free account if you let us from the studio. Oh,
a lot of people tune in there,
yeah, man.
He gonna do it.
Yeah, I would do it.
I would too.
I'd do it on. He about to get divorced. His girlfriend then left him. He the man. I'd do it all day. I'd do it all day. Would you do it? Let us know. 812-303-5018 on our Facebook page. Facebook.com/live999WJCB. Do you think Kanye get any work done if he had the live sex cam set up in the studios? Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99. Let us know what you want to hear. 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999WJCB. Got my man D Hicks in the building. What's good, D? Man, chilling, having a great time today. Broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios. Spuds and Stuff on the corner of Washington and Bakey. Order ahead at 812-402-7783 or online at spudsandstuff.com. They're also hiring for drivers and in-store help. Tell them Nino sent you. And we got more news from the Kardashian West front right now. Kim Kardashian has been slammed with a cease and desist letter by a black skincare company filing her the same name as hers, the SKKN trademark, which is skin, I guess, with a little skincare products. Her other one, I guess, say back in July, Kim announced that she'd be giving up her famed KKW beauty brand, according to Yahoo Life. And it said because it needed a much needed facelift.
Yeah, that's why.
Pun intended. So the beauty mogul and reality TV star took to Twitter on July 6th to reveal plans of rebranding KKW Beauty under a completely new look and a completely new name. And it all started with a contour kit, Kim said in the statement, that expanded to eyes, lips, body, and many incredible collections over the past 4 years. She says she's excited to continue to develop and expand her product range, and is finally able to experience it in a way that she's always envisioned. So the KKW brand was actually shut down on August 1st. So she's moved forward with a legal team to file a trademark to start the beginning of the SKK in the Skin brand, also called Skin, SKKN, Skin by Kim. She got on a tweet, on an Instagram, on an Instagram post, she said, "We're currently away working on a new, a modern, elevated, and sustainable brand and customer experience the way Kim has always envisioned. Thank you so much for being on this incredible journey with us. We promise we won't be gone too long. Please contact help@kkwbeauty.com with any outstanding order inquiries." I guess if you had something ordered already with that previous brand, I might just give you a credit on the new
brand when it comes out.
But the part of the problem is a company called Beauty Concepts LLC say they already own that trademark, the SKKN, for their salon, skincare, and spa services. Say the owner, Sydney Lunsford, who's a 28-year-old black esthetician, slammed the star with a cease and desist letter stating that she's been operating under the name Skin Plus, SKKN, with a plus symbol, Skin Plus, since 2008. In a statement, say over the
documentation and the dates.
Man, ain't no, but that's where the trademark thing comes in. That you can change sometimes you can change a certain letter or a certain symbol and get away with it, and it'll be enough. But other times they be like, no, that's not far enough of a difference in branding. You got to make something different because it still looks too similar to whatever. Because just like Live 99, we had the issue with a radio station up in Ohio that was also calling themselves Live 99. Because
Missouri, wasn't it?
Was it Missouri?
Yeah, I thought it was St. Louis area.
Okay, well, one of them, where I was coming from, somebody, had that Live 99, but I'm like, we're not in your jurisdiction. We're not going to change our name just because you got listeners in wherever you listen to. We're an interactive radio station. Right. We're worldwide, so anybody can be live. And that's why I was telling Jones, our president, chief operations officer, Jones Capone, that we can just drop the 0.9 of it, just to make, so we don't get confused with people thinking we have a terrestrial radio signal. It looks good to let people know. When people see that 99.9, they automatically think radio. Oh, that's something they playing music, blah, blah, blah. But I think that's what it did cause the confusion that, people think that they can tune into the radio.
Yeah, and that was causing big confusion.
I actually did it before we started working on it and started, streaming. When I first saw it, I'm like, Live 99, I tried to tune into 99.9 here in Evansville, and it was another. I'm like, are they playing country music? Is that really? But, it's not a terrestrial signal, and that's when I got to understanding what the internet radio was all about. So that's where the confusion can come in at, so they can, if they just drop, maybe even added a new symbol, a SKKNKW for Kim West, Kim Kardashian West, or KKW Skin, something like that.
That's gonna be too much symbol, even with the plus.
You think so? Say in the statement from Beauty Concepts LLC, say over the course of 4 years, Beauty Concepts has built a successful woman and black-owned small business and brand, established a strong social media presence, and served thousands of customers from its Brooklyn location. Say she further argued that a similar trademark would cause confusion in the marketplace, as the names are nearly identical in appearance. So it kind of looks like Skin Plus, the original, is a spinoff of Skin, the secondary. Because she comes out with the original SKKN.
Was it SKKN?
They have SKKN Plus as theirs. So it looks like they'd be copying off Kim if she just came with the regular. She had the Skin thing first. So it probably could be just as simple. Why don't she just call it?
They're in Austin, Texas.
Huh?
They're out of Austin, Texas.
No, they said she's operating out of Brooklyn. The SKKN. It said it's a beauty salon, skincare, spa services that's been operating out of Brooklyn, New York. It's Brooklyn location.
Okay, Brooklyn location.
Yeah, so it's called the company. The main company is called Beauty Concepts.
That's probably what it falls under.
Yeah, that's the name of the salon, Beauty Concepts, and the brand name that they have their little products under is called Skin Plus, SKKN Plus, that they've been selling since 2018. Lunsford also continues saying that she's been painstakingly building a successful small business with her own sweat equity, hard work, and research, and it's clear that she established her brand first. It said, according to BuzzFeed News, Lunsford established Skin Plus in 2008 in Washington, D.C. before relocating the business to Brooklyn. And this is what it looks like. It has, and on the Twitter, I guess the Instagram and Twitter profile is SKKN plus is actually spelled out. Because I don't think you can use symbols on, you know what I mean, for that kind of stuff. So that she actually had to spell out the word plus on it. And it said, I got the, you know, pictures of the girls in masks, in the beauty mask, the green beauty mask, and all that good stuff. So it's clearly that she's had that brand, you know, and has been trademarking it. Excuse me, for a while. It said Lunsford said that she and her team officially applied the trademark SKKN Plus on March 28th, 2 days before Kardashian filed for the trademark on March 30th. They say her attorney, Eric M. Pelton, shared that it was hard to believe that SKIMS's founder and her legal team did not know about the prior use of the name or knew and adopted the skin brand name anyways to steamroll a small minority business. And I say they did know.
You know, looked it up and said, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do something.
Right, because when they did the research on the trademark and see that it hadn't been trademarked, you know, they don't show what's been applied for yet.
Right.
You know, they only show you what's actually been approved when you do for a trademark. So she's been selling a brand without a trademark, a patent since 2018. You know, but it's kind of like what they say the old school trademark thing when you mail something to yourself in a letter. Yeah. So it's just that kind of, once you can prove that you've been using that brand, but it is the legalese of it.
Yeah.
Whoever filed for that patent first gets to use that trademark. Now, if Kim Kardashian gets it, if her brand gets approved, but or the beauty pluses, the beauty concept people gets approved, then they probably can no longer use that skin plus.
Skin plus it all. Period.
You know, and they would end up having to change their name. They probably wouldn't have to change none of their past stuff. They wouldn't have to give Kim no royalties or nothing like that. No. And vice versa. If they get found that their brand is first and Kim, Kim can't use the regular skin plus then.
Right.
Just to be
too
close.
I think the business has already started in 2008. They're going to overcome and win this.
I think they're going to let them both go. I think they both going to get approved. Honestly, I really think they both going to get approved because they got the skin plus SKKN skin plus, but then you got the SKKN skin by Kim. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So they just might let that slide. It's close. It's very close, but that's one of them where it could slide through the cracks. Money talks.
Yeah,
she put enough money behind that. Kim got enough money to put behind the pen, depending on how much research and development they put into the branding and all that kind of other stuff. Maybe they might even come up to some kind of compromise where Kim could buy that brand, from old girl. They can buy you, or let me buy you out. Then we can sell the brand in your store and my store, and I'll be support for you, and you could be support. You know what I mean? You come with the formula, I put the money behind the book. You know what I mean? They could work together on something for real. So we'll see what that turns out to. Let's see if SKKN Skin Plus comes out on top, or if Skin by Kim wins the legal lawsuit. It's Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99, broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios on Washington and Bacon Road here in the Ross Center in Evansville's southeast side. You can order ahead and order online for your Hungry Man, your original Hungry Man over there at Spuds and Stuff. And they got a whole bunch of different potatoes too. You can actually build one from scratch. They got sandwiches, they got salads, they got all kind of good brownies. Oh man, good stuff. So give them a call over there, 812-402-7783, or online at spudsinstuff.com. That's Spuds with a Z, spudsinstuff.com. Got a great show still to come. The Delta variant is making its way around the country like crazy. You know what I mean? And people they going out to these concerts, they're going out to these rallies, they're going out to these gatherings. They thinking that this vaccine is making them like immune, they making them invulnerable to it, and just not what, not how it works.
Misled, bro.
I think a lot of people are just assuming too much. You know what I mean?
A lot of people really been misled about the vaccine, homie.
Oh, in which way?
And which way saying now they're saying it's gonna be required a booster. They knew that, man, when they first started doing this jump.
I mean, it's only so much that they knew, but you got to think a lot of people was pushing the envelope too by
Right.
not, getting the vaccine. You had the choice to not to get the vaccine, but you do have to. You have to stay your butt at home, though.
Right.
You can't
I'm
like
cool
not
with that.
have the vaccine, but still going out to these concerts, going out to the festivals, going out to the rallies,
Right.
sneezing all over people and all that other stuff.
Right.
Because even if you have the vaccine, you've gotten the shot, you still can get the Delta. You gonna get the COVID-19 bug in you and pass
Right.
it to other people.
True.
Your body won't react to it as badly. That's what it is.
Right.
You can still get the symptoms like a slight cold, maybe sniffles, your taste might
Yeah.
leave a little bit, but you're not
hell,
going to be laid up in the hospital on no ventilator.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hell, it might be allergies on me.
It could. That's what I'm saying. It'll be.
You don't
It'll
even know if you got COVID.
Oh, they'll know if you got COVID. Well, they can test that DNA. They'll tell you what it's gonna be. But I mean, just regardless, if you got it, with the reason for having the vaccine is that if you're gonna be out there in the public, like the first responders, like my wife is out there, like the kids, they got to go back to school, get the mandatory vaccines and all that good stuff. If you got to go out into the snake pit, put your suit on, put your defenses up. You know what I mean? I'm staying at the crib. We work at the studio here. We're not in no big crowds or nothing like that. You know what I mean? So I'm waiting for the Delta variant, so they can get this vaccine together tight. Let's see what all the side effects are.
It's going to be another variant.
Man, the Epsilon, Sigma, I'm waiting for it to get what we say Omega. Omega variant. I'm telling you, this is going to be crazy out here because people keep pushing the envelope. Going out to these festivals, going out to these events, going into these enclosed spaces, thinking that just because they're, got the vaccine or, if they won't think it's going to happen to them. I've seen some of the dumbest stuff on Facebook saying, okay, if you got the shot, why do I need to worry about it then? You can't give it to me. That's not how it works. Yes, they can give it to you, dude. They might not show no symptoms in their own body because they got the shot, but until it dies in their body, they can still pass it on to you.
I hear you. That's why I said, man, propaganda's a mug.
I'm telling you, but people gonna believe what they want to believe. Dr. Fauci, people acting like this guy's making these, making the stats up.
No, he's not.
You know what I mean? He's the least viral scientific mind in the country, almost in the world. You know what I mean? If he's telling you like, dude, and you can do your own research, look at just the other countries that's going through it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of other countries begging to get the shot. You got countries selling fake shots to people because they know the people want it. You know what I mean? And that's just, America. What you tell us to do one thing, we're going to try to do another anyway. We're a country of knuckleheads.
That's a bad child.
Man, I'm telling you, see, the outdoor music festivals like Lollapalooza brought thousands of people to Chicago's Grant Park, according to CNBC. Say photographs from Lollapalooza, which took place from Wednesday to this past Sunday, show large groups of unmasked concert goers cheering in densely packed crowds. Say organizers have not released official attendance number, but over 100,000 people were expected to attend each day of the 4-day festival. So that could have been, multiple people coming in. So I would say at least about 250 to 300,000 different individual people were there. At least if you say 100,000 a day, you might cycle over a 4-day period. You might recycle 25. You might recycle 25,000 people in and out. Some of them people coming back for multiple days. You got to say
about 5,000. You know what I'm saying? But then you
at the max, at the max, I would give it about 400,000. That's if that 100,000 people didn't come back the next day and it was a fresh 100,000 people, and then it's a 4-day. It was for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
So them people sprint up Tyson Drive,
man, look,
going to the restaurant, clustering, dog.
All kind of stuff. It say the safety measures that they took at the event were very straightforward,
very
basic.
Because they had, I know they did have a COVID vaccination site there.
Yeah. They say they required attendees to present their vaccination cards, indicated that they were fully or partially vaccinated. Unvaccinated individuals had to show proof of a negative COVID test within 72 hours of attending and wear a mask. So, and that's what I'm saying. If you're going to go through the process of getting tested to show you ain't got it,
you better get the shot.
Say it again. You know what I mean?
You better get the shot.
If you about to let them stick that thing up your nose, infect it, and test, I think they got different ways of doing it.
They got a mouth swab now.
Test the mouth swab and all that.
But that's one reason why, Man, Jack, it's messed
just
up,
go
man.
ahead. If you really got to get out there, if you really got to go and see these concerts and all that kind of stuff, if you really just can't sit your butt down and be still for a few months and just enjoy a nice
Right.
refunded paid vacation courtesy of the taxes that we've put into the system.
Right.
This is not no free money from the government. Let's
No,
get
it's
that
not
straight.
their
The
money at
stimulus
all.
money, no, that is not free money.
It's
That is
money
money that
paid
we've all
into.
put into this system,
Right.
paying taxes, paying, sales taxes, income taxes, grocery taxes, all those taxes, they just coming back now out of the coffer to help people sit down and regroup and, before we get all messed up. But the more we try to rush back out there and go to these little concerts and all that kind of stuff and go to these fake little Trump rallies
Right.
and all these gatherings, even some of these family reunions and stuff that get so large, man, with 400
people.
You see, I'm wearing the Emory family reunion shirt that I wear. That's my wife's side of the family.
Good deal.
Man, they had hundreds of people coming out there. I couldn't imagine having COVID going on. I couldn't imagine having COVID going on with that kind of gathering going on because they was getting it in. You know what I mean? But a lot of family reunions and stuff, they passing it on to people. You know what I mean?
Thinking that they go back to the other states and things like that. So,
say the more crowded the venue, the more likely it'll happen, according to the University Grossman School of Medicine's assistant professor Anna Burstein. Say at this point for everybody, it's really about balancing risk. They say the experts say that you should either requiring vaccination or a negative COVID test is not enough to secure safety. People have got to do the social distancing. They got to sit still, stay out of people's faces. And if you if you just gotta get out there in the public, if you got to get out there, to make your money or to do what you do, if you just can't sit still, go and get that shot. I would recommend getting the Moderna shot. That's the best one on the market that in my research that I've done with the least amount of side effects that have been reported to people. Johnson & Johnson is about to fall off. I don't see that going anywhere. They got to do some massive because Pfizer is kind of the second in command, second in line. If you don't have access to the Moderna, or maybe if you know that you might be allergic to any of the ingredients in the Moderna one, go with the Pfizer one. But if you can sit down, if you can sit still, just sit still. Be still. Relax. When you go out to the club, when you go out not to the club, but when you go out to the grocery store and go out to the gas station and go out there, put your mask on. It's only going to take about 5 to 10 minutes of your life. It's not like you got to walk around with the mask everywhere you go. You got to sleep with the mask and all. People acting like wearing a mask is just such an inconvenience and just hurting their face and all this kind of other stuff. Like, stop playing, y'all. So we about to get shut down again.
Oh, yeah.
Delta's doing it again, especially here in Indiana. We'll talk about that in a little bit. That's going to be part of our local news. But, man, these Lollapalooza concerts and all that kind of stuff, they say more than 1,000 people tested positive following that Lollapalooza event. Just off that first day, people who went in just wanted to get tested again, over 1,000 people. More than 1,000 people tested positive.
That, man, it's bad, Jack.
They say although what did they get down here? Say the vice chairman. It's a Mercedes Cameron, the vice chair of preventative medicine at Northwestern University Feinberg School of Medicine, according to CNBC, refers to these types of measures as hygiene theater, because they give the appearance of safety, but do not ensure that the risk is being reduced. In reality, people could forge a negative COVID test and create a counterfeit vaccine card. Although Lollapalooza's guidelines remind attendees that doing so is illegal. But that's not going to stop them from doing it. People would rather fake like they got, just like a lot of Republicans getting on TV right now telling people, oh, don't vax, don't do this, it's a scam, it's a sham. After they've already got the vaccine, though.
Yeah, they've got the vaccine.
You know what I mean? Just found out Lindsey Graham, you got the vaccine and ended up catching COVID again anyway because he kept going down to these Trump rallies and all that stuff, letting people sneeze all in his face. So now he's got the Delta variant COVID after actually having both, doses of the vaccine because he kept testing the waters. You know what I mean? If you jump into the snake pit, expect to get bit. It's Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99, broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks on Live 99, broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios, Bakey and Washington Avenue in the Ross Center. Give them a call, order ahead, or stop on in 812-402-7783 or online at spudsandstuff.com. That's Spuds with the Z, spudsandstuff.com. And if you are an independent artist, a small business owner, or entrepreneur, and you want to get your voice heard or even want to advertise here on Live 99 or during the Urban Revolution Radio podcast, all you have to do is drop a brief description of your business and how we can help you, or a brief, clean MP3 version of your song to our email at ninoincognito@gmail.com. And if it's on point, we'll show it as much love as we possibly can, and you could be our next independent artist or entrepreneur of the week, like DaBaby out of North Carolina, and Eddie Hickerson of Hickerson Veggies out of Henderson, Kentucky. But in Savannah, Georgia, some of the nonprofits have been hit from the catalytic converter thieves. I'm telling you,
all over,
man, they are international.
Indiana, Canada, Evansville,
they international, Joe. Say a local nonprofit helping some of the most vulnerable people in the community was hit by thieves who stole catalytic converters from their vehicles again in Savannah, Georgia. It says WTOC Channel 11 down there told about it in June. The thousands of dollars worth of catalytic converters and car parts were being stolen from Employability. As I guess that's a staffing service, or a non-for-profit staffing service.
Okay.
It says over the weekend, 5 catalytic converters were stolen from one vehicle and vans transporting people who use wheelchairs.
So use wheelchairs.
I'm telling you, if they stole from the church, you know they're going to steal from them.
Yeah,
you know
what
I mean?
Nonprofit.
Man, it said last year the thefts have increased. It said in the last year the thefts have increased in Savannah and in Chatham County down there. It said Employability said that after the first theft, they were able to move some of the vehicles in front of the Eisenhower Drive, hoping to prevent future thefts. But that didn't help. Unfortunately, we heard an all too familiar sound. said CEO and president of Employability, Brendan Ferrara, said at the second time in 2 months that the crooks have stolen catalytic converters from the nonprofit
That's an inside job, Jack. That's somebody's been there for help and didn't get what they wanted.
No, I wouldn't even go that far, because once they know they can steal it once and get away with it, they know you're going to replace it.
Yeah, but they went twice, Jack.
Yeah, you got to
same person.
Yeah, you got to replace them, and they like, oh, they putting them back in the same spots.
Right.
Okay, I'm going back. And then they went and took it back. You know what I mean? Why hunt for something different when you know your prey gonna be right there the same way? The same way I was telling people when they started here in Evansville. If you have any kind of way to park your car inside of any kind of structure, whether it's inside a garage, inside of a carport, behind your house. I just started parking my vehicle inside of my gate.
Right.
You know, my wife uses our carport that's on the side with the back of the vehicle part pushed up against the fence to make it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Easier to watch and guard and things like that. We've got the security systems on there. We got the nosy neighbors all
you sit, yeah.
on all 4 corners. So my car usually sits out on the curb like that because don't know what that is, but that's all good. I answer at least a little bit later on anyway. But my car used to sit out on the curb in front of the house. I let her get the carport because it was shaded and all that good stuff and everything. So but I'm like, okay, let me move mine because all these catalytic converter things, thieves, and start going around. I don't want mine getting stolen. Right. So I started parking mine inside the yard. You know what I mean? I got to manually open my fence back and forth nowadays, but hey, it's worth it. If I got that peace of mind of security knowing that my car's a little bit safer. Right. You know what I mean? From the catalytic converter thieves, I'm down to do that. I'm all G with that. So the thieves stole 14 converters in June. 5 more were sawed off over the weekend, which brings the grand total to 19 stolen catalytic converters. Say they have no wheelchair vans left at the moment, and then until they can get them fixed. Those are the participating in the program. They can't get to campus. Many parents don't have the capacity to bring the participants in. So a lot of people are suffering because of these catalytic converter thefts. They say the nonprofit has raised about $20,000 since the first thefts, and they're looking to raise about $60,000 to replace all the stolen catalytic converters, install fencing lighting, and cameras. You know what I mean? Say
Should did it the first time, Jet.
but it's just they thought like, man, y'all got us. Okay, we gonna. Then they tried to park behind the building and all that good stuff, which really wasn't good enough. They can walk.
No, they walk around the fence.
Jump the fence, yeah. And apparently they don't have any kind of alarm systems, anything on these vans. Because when you get an alarm, you start sawing stuff and shaking that. Man, that alarm is going off like crazy.
My car can chirp at you.
I'm telling you, real super sensitive. Don't breathe on my car too heavy. It's going to go off. You know what I mean? So if you have an alarm of any kind on your car, if you have any kind of security system, if you have any kind of floodlight, if you got, like I said, angry dog or squirrel, anything like that to help. Squirrel. You know what I mean? Put some nuts or something under the car and let the squirrel guard the car and everything or something like that. You know, so just any kind of security measure. If you have them in place, use them. You know what I mean? I see a lot of people. I know you bad with that too. You don't like parking in your garage, man.
No,
that makes me nervous, man. That's making me nervous. The catalytic converter thieves. But that don't cover catalytic converters.
Right, but I'm not worried. I got something for him.
Okay, you got something else for him. You better hope you got your hearing aids too, though, so now you can hear it a little bit. Plus, Sassy over here in the back too will let you know. You know, Sassy, the loyal dog, she'll let you know if anything going on. So you got enough security, right? I'll let you slide with that one. But if you have a garage or any kind of carport, any kind of extra security measures that you can take to protect your car, your catalytic converter, just basic things. You know what I mean? Don't leave any valuables in your car that people can see from outside of your car. Don't try not to park on the furthest part away from your home where you can't see if or hear if anybody's messing with your vehicle or anything like that. Just common sense protective measures that you can take, because people are taking those catalytic converters and sell them because they are precious metals like platinum and gold inside of these catalytic converters. Have you been hit by the catalytic converter thieves? They are international right now. People are getting hit all over
Canada,
the North American continent right now.
I know
Maybe I'll just see how many people. I haven't heard about Mexico yet. No.
They don't use mufflers.
It's Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man DX. Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino on Live 99. Let us know what you want to hear at 812-303-5018 or on our Facebook page, facebook.com/live999 WJCB. Got my man D Hicks on the right hand side. What's good, D?
What's happening, morning, boss?
See, you got a little hot, took your hat off and everything, turned the air conditioning on a little bit. Started sweating a little bit. It's all good. It's all good. Broadcasting live from the Spuds and Stuff Studios right here in Washington and Bakey Avenue here in Evansville in the Ross Center. All you have to do is come on down, 812-402-7783. Order ahead or order online at spudsandstuff.com. That's Spuds with a Z, spudsandstuff.com. Tell them Nino sent you. If you're an independent artist or entrepreneur and you would like to get your music heard or get your business some exposure or even advertise with us here on the Urban Revolution Radio Show with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks on Live 99, all you have to do is hit us up on our email at ninoincognito@gmail.com with a brief description of your business and a clean MP3 version of your music. And if it's on point, we'll show it as much love as humanly possible. You could be our next independent artist or entrepreneur of the week, like Eddie Hickerson of Hickerson Veggies out there in Henderson and Miss DaBaby out there in North Carolina doing her thing. Got 51 new reported cases of COVID-19 here in Vandenberg County as Met's mobile service vaccine clinics stopped at the Evansville church this week to offer free vaccinations to everybody. You know what I mean? But it's getting bad here in Indiana. Say on Tuesday, the health officials reported that 1,610 new positive COVID-19 cases and 13 new deaths have been reported statewide here in Indiana. People just won't
lockdown, Jet.
They just won't sit down. They keep pushing it. The very few of them that's getting the shot, thinking that it's protecting them from everything. They can go out and just do whatever.
People from Indiana that probably had COVID went to Lollapalooza, man.
Could be. Man.
Right there, bro.
I'm telling you.
5 hours away, my guy.
You know, it's very, very, very possible. So this brings the pandemic total in the state of Indiana here at 775,686 cases with over 13,500, close to 13,600 deaths. Say the map on the for Vanderburgh County shows 51 new cases here in Vanderburgh, 22 new cases in Warwick, 17 new cases in Du Bois County, 7 new cases in Gibson, with 3 new cases in Pike, Spencer, and 2 new cases in Posey, with 1 in Perry County. No new reported deaths yet have come out of these counties yet. Just some in the northern county, like you say, we're from Lollapalooza and all that, you know what I mean? But it's working, it's working its way down. People just don't want to sit still for some reason. It seems like the hardest thing for them, whatever the government or whatever, you know, these are government officials that were elected in place to do the will of the people, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the majority rules. This is what a democracy is all about. You can't get mad that you happen to be in the minority this year and just don't like the way that things run, just not going to risk everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, you want to change the rules, put your people in power that's going to do what you want to do. Like y'all had, you know, Trump in the office for 4 years. Y'all had the good chance to get everything y'all wanted done with Trump. And look what happened.
Look what you got.
You know what I mean? Trump caught it. Lindsey Graham caught it. A couple other Republicans caught it. You know what I mean? They're catching it right now.
Right.
Lindsey Graham had the vaccine with 2 shots already, and he still got the Delta variant because he keeps going out there, you know what I mean, to the, you know, to these rallies and all this stuff, letting people sneeze all on them and all this good stuff. They act like they don't want to wear their masks and stuff when they're in the chambers and the Congress and all that. And Nancy Pelosi's trying to tell them, like, dude, it doesn't make you invincible. You know, Fauci trying to tell you, it doesn't make you invincible. It's just the boost. It helps. We're still working on the variant. We're still working on the vaccine. But, man, just take some common sense precautions. Stay out of people's faces. Sit down. Get your stimulus checks if you're a business. Talking about you can't find people to work and all this kind of other stuff. Get your PPP loans, shut it down for a little bit and pay your people, you know, whoever you got still working.
People misuse those PPP loans.
Yeah, a lot of business been misusing them. They've been laying people off and still taking the PPP loans. And I mean, bad business. Oh, man, there's always bad apples in any bunch, but we can't let the bad apples destroy everything. So the Vanderburgh County Health Department will be giving out all 3 vaccines for free. I don't want that Johnson & Johnson. I wouldn't take that.
What you for free.
You know what I mean? No, all 3 of them are for free. You can get all the vaccines are for free. Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. Nobody ever gets charged for the vaccine. If anybody's ever trying to charge you for the vaccine and say they need to charge your insurance or trying to scam you for it to try to charge you for the skin, no. And I say we're a worldwide radio station. You know, but there are a lot of people that are like that. You know, they just don't want to get the shot. They don't like getting shot. They don't like getting vaccine, whatever. But they do have the common sense to stay out of people's faces.
That's it.
They still wearing their face masks. They still, you know, just social separating, keeping the distance and all that good stuff. So you do have a choice, but you don't have a choice to make me sick because you the one that don't want to get the shot. You know, stay away from me. I'm gonna stay away from you. You stay away from me. I'm gonna keep my mask on. We're air pound from a distance, whatever it takes. You know what I mean? There you go. You know. But until we get this Delta variant, this new variant, or whatever other variant happens to get under control, till people actually start sitting still and letting this thing die down, we're gonna keep having these pop-ups like this. And say Hoosiers can get vaccinated for free at the Mission of Grace on East Gum Street. Walk-ins are welcome from 1 to 4 p.m. on Friday, August the 20th. It's Hoosiers 12 and older can get vaccinated against COVID-19. Walk-up clinics are available in most areas, and if you want to schedule it sooner than that, you can always schedule to get you a vaccination appointment going to ourshot.in.gov, or you can check whatever your state has their free vaccinations going on in your area. You know, no vaccine. Don't let anybody ever charge you for that vaccination. No, it's absolutely free if you decide to get the Johnson & Johnson, which I would not recommend. If you decide to get the Pfizer or if you decide to get the Moderna, none of the COVID-19 should ever cost you a penny. Don't fall for the scam. Don't let them charge you insurance. Nothing like that. So, also here in Evansville, renters are facing eviction as the federal eviction moratorium was lifted on Sunday. It was in place to protect people who lost income because of the strains of the pandemic, and if they couldn't get their rent payments together, landlords will now be allowed to begin filing for eviction. And if that is filed, a series of hearings will take place, one to introduce the case and to establish who's owed the money. Then after that, a hearing is to be held to how to access how much the renter owes. the property manager both in rent and in additional fees and damages. And if the tenant misses that hearing, the court will default to a fee that's often thousands of dollars more expensive than the typical fees. You know what I mean? So, but there are a lot of programs that were out here helping people pay their rent and pay their mortgage. I actually got some assistance from one of the mortgage assistance programs that helped out. They kicked us like almost $3,000 to help us out with our mortgage. So there were programs out here that were helping people. It's just a lot of people were not taking advantage of the programs. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. You know, I do feel for people who were being evicted is just kind of like bad with money. Maybe you lost your job. Maybe it wasn't due to COVID-19. Maybe it's just your business was doing bad business and you just lost your job just due to bad business. Maybe you punched your boss and got fired. Who knows? You know, I mean, there are a lot of reasons why people have lost their jobs over the past year, you know, outside of COVID-19. You know what I mean? So if you're facing that moratorium, that eviction moratorium is basically in place to protect people, you know, like me, who were laid off because of COVID-19. You know what I mean? My job, you know, let me go because it was just no businesses open that was doing business, you know, to sponsor with us. So let me go. They didn't deny my unemployment in any kind of way. Got that unemployment, they got my stimulus and all that good stuff, and I'm just waiting on the world to open back up again. But, you know, a lot of people out there, they couldn't pay their rent, they couldn't pay their rent, they didn't have Section 8 and things like that, but they just didn't file for those the extra help. You know what I mean? A lot of the stimulus money, the checks they got were just covering back bills. You know, especially when they gave the unemployment. When I told you when I was going through the thing with the unemployment office, when they cut me that lump sum had to go pay back 6 weeks plus worth of bills that had already stacked up. You know what I mean? That I had already borrowed money from to try to, you know what I mean? But, you know, so that just money just went right back. So I was kind of basically where I started from, waiting on the next, you know, unemployment check, you know, to come through. So that renter's eviction, that, like I said, that mortgage assistance help and the renter's assistance help, if you don't know how to file for it, you need to Google it as soon as possible for mortgage assistance, renter's assistance, further stimulus help. There's still a lot of money out there from that last stimulus package that can help you pay your mortgage, pay your electricity bills, pay your utility bills, keep your cable on, all kind of stuff out there. Don't let your pride get your electricity shut off. You understand what I'm saying? Don't let your pride get you kicked out and get evicted. It's a whole bunch of money out there. That is your money. If you've been working, if you bought a pack of gum and paid sales tax, gas, anything, if you pay taxes in any kind of way, shape, form, or fashion, whether it's through income or any kind of purchase or anything, that's your money that's in that the government is holding up there in the digital world and so-called in Fort Knox or whatever you want to believe the gold standard or money standard is. It's still your money in there. The government is not a separate entity from us. It's just a word that we use to put the collectivity of our people, of our money together. We are the government. They work for us. They do what we tell them to do. That's our money that's in there that we put to help build the roads and then for the infrastructure bill. We just elect them out there so we don't have to gather in millions in the middle of Colorado and vote aye every time on every dumb little thing. You know what I mean? We select those 575 or whatever the number is out there to represent the 300 and some odd million of us. You know what I mean? So let them do what they need to do. If you got that, if you need some help with your renter's assistance, if you need some help paying your rent, if you need some help paying your mortgage, any kind of bills, check out your local, local county. We have trustees that we call them here in Evansville, you know, the township trustees.
She embezzled some money, didn't you?
That was one of them. You know, they got her and they got that money back. You know, it's not like I said, it's always one bad bunch. But, you know, but out of the 15 county trustees, you know, none of them, you know, the rest of them is doing pretty good. We have Cape of Evansville here, also the Community Action Program of Evansville that helps a lot of people. Aurora helps you find out, you know, Aurora of Evansville helps homeless people find, you know, apartments and homes, helps you with your down payments and all that good stuff. So it's a lot of help out there. You just have to be willing to go out there and ask for it. If you are a victim of getting evicted, if you didn't get a chance to take advantage of any of the stimulus, you might want to check out some of the renter assistance or mortgage assistance programs that are out there. It's Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks on Live 99. Yo, and that will do it for another edition of Urban Revolution Radio with your boy Nino and your man D Hicks. Hope you had as much fun as we did and got a little bit of information and education out of it. Did you have some fun today, D?
Glad you, John.
Glad you did. Don't forget to check back in with us tomorrow, same bad time, same bad channel from 8 until 10 Central Standard Time for the Urban Revolution Radio Show on Live 99. And if you ever miss a live broadcast of the show, you can always catch the podcast on the replay here at the web at facebook.com/live999WJCB or on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Urban Revolution Management, Urban Revolution Radio. If you're an independent artist or entrepreneur, you want to get advertised here on Live 99 on the Urban Revolution Radio Show, get some promo for your business, you want to get your music heard, this is the home of the independent artist and entrepreneur. All you have to do is send us a brief description of your business and a clean MP3 version of your music to the email at ninoincognito@gmail.com, and we'll give it a listen. If it's on point, we'll show it as much love as we possibly can, as just like DaBaby out of North Carolina, our artist of the week this week, and Eddie Hickerson of Hickerson Veggies out of Henderson, Kentucky, our entrepreneur of the week. Anything else you need to add, D?
Sure.
All right, check back in with us tomorrow. Remember to park your car in your garage and keep it keep it close to you so your catalytic converter doesn't get stolen. It's been a blast. We'll see you tomorrow. Peace.